Okay, welcome to the Queen Anne's County Commissioners meeting. This is a public meeting that is being aired live on our local cable television station, QACTV 7. These media broadcasts provide county citizens an opportunity to watch and review our scheduled public meetings. In addition to our live audience this evening, we are providing remote options for citizens to watch and participate in county commissioner meetings. Citizens may watch our meeting live on our website at qac.org/live or on our public access governmental television channel provided by BreezeLine Cable Services. Citizens may also participate by joining the live Zoom meeting by going to qac.org/public comment, and citizens may also email comments to publiccomment@qac.org. All comments received will be summarized during the press and public comment period on tonight's agenda. We acknowledge everyone's participation, and by attending, you acknowledge that this session is both recorded and aired. Press and public comment will be taken and is limited to 3 minutes per person. If you do care to speak, please sign up at the information table in our lobby. Comments longer than 3 minutes can be submitted in writing for the Commissioner's review. We will now stand and be led in the Pledge of Allegiance by Commission President Jim Moran.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Nobody signed up, Jim. Cool.
Okay, the agenda for today's meeting, May 12th, along with the regular minutes, session minutes from April 28th. They've all been circulated for review. Any additions or corrections?
Nope. Going to make a motion to accept the agenda as submitted and the meeting minutes as submitted.
Go ahead. Somebody's got to second that.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstained? Absent. Commissioner Dumanel is on assignment. He won't be with us this evening. Rolling on.
Okay. All right, we just held a closed session under the General Provisions Article Section 3305B1 for boards and commissions and personnel, and Section 3305B8 for potential litigation. I believe we have a few board appointment members to appoint this evening, Commissioners.
Yep. First one is Bay Bridge Airport Advisory Committee. I move to appoint Guy McGuire to fill the vacancy on the Bay Bridge Airport Advisory Committee. This term will expire June 30th, 2029.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Second one is the Board of License Commissioners. We're going to hold that one. The next one would be the Police Accountability Board. I move to, these are going to be reappoint Douglas Womack, Janet Pauls, James Thompson, Bernard Sadusky, and Pete Elitis to fill the vacancies on the Police Accountability Board. These terms will expire June 30th of 2030.
Second.
Motion? Who called the motion?
We did.
You got the motion, you got the second?
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Next one is the Social Services Advisory Board. I move to reappoint Rhonda Knotts to fill the vacancy on the Social Services Advisory Board. This term will expire June 30th, 2029.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So moved. Okay, so I move to reappoint Catherine Bonner, Dolores Jones, and Kelly Phipps to fill the vacancies on the Travel and Tourism Advisory Committee. These terms will expire March 30th, 2029. I also move to appoint Kashira Brooks to fill the vacancies on the Travel and Tourism Advisory Board Committee. These terms will expire on March 31st, 2029.
Second.
The motion is second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So moved.
All right.
There you go.
I move to approve the revised retiree health insurance program policy as indicated.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this item?
A roundtable, I'll give a little meat on the bones on that, but I think we just do the motion now.
Yes, sir. All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So moved, 4-0.
All right, thank you, Commissioners. That's all the announcements we have from the closed session, so we can move into the regular agenda. Actually, we have press and public comment first. Do we have anybody?
Nobody signed up.
Nobody signed
Would
up.
anybody like to speak? Press and public comment? We'll go ahead and close that.
All right, Commissioners, and next up, we have legislation. We have the Comprehensive Water and Sewer Plan Informational Meeting for the Marling Farms and Dominion Sewer Service Area Map. So I think Director Quimby is here. So this is, we have a public hearing on this item on May 26th scheduled to discuss the amendment to include the Marling Farms and Dominion map areas, sewer service area maps for the areas of public health concern in our comprehensive water and sewer plan. This is a prerequisite to extending a public sewer service line to these communities that have exhibited public health concerns since 1984. So I'll let Mr. Quimby provide any additional details, and you can have, if you have any questions about this particular amendment, now's the time to voice those questions or ideas.
Yeah, as Todd indicated, in order for us to access any state funding, project has to be in our water and sewer plan. This and Southern Canal were in the 2011 plan, but there was not a consensus amongst the commissioners at that time whether there was a problem, or if there was a problem, how the county service to the area was best. So in order to get the plan adopted, we just pulled all 4 maps out. We re-amended the Southern Canal maps back in 2014, but we never re-amended the Marlin Farms and Dominion map back in. So we need to do this in order to access funding, and like Todd said, to go toward the Smart Growth Coordinating Committee to get the public health exemption. And we will have to have another hearing when it goes from S3 to S2, which is when we would more readily request public involvement.
Okay. So at this time, we don't need any action on this.
Just a informational discussion today of questions, and then we'll have the public hearing to formally consider amending these 2 subdivisions into the water and sewer plan May 26th as an S3 service area.
What's the approximate timeline on it?
I'm sorry.
On what?
On, what are we thinking for this?
Well, if we go get our public health exemption in the fall, we'll immediately start spending money on design. The plan is to start construction in maybe 28, as soon as ski shuts down. We'll just roll right into there if we deem it's to move forward. So 28, maybe by 30, it might be done, 31.
Did you have as much main to run on this one as you did for ski, or no?
It depends. We don't know yet. It's becoming quite difficult on how we're going to get the sewage from there to the sewer plant.
Gotcha.
So, in miles, no, definitely not, but it could be something.
And I guess for the public, what we're discussing is the Marling Farms Dominion Road corridor. Right now, sewer is not run down there, so everything down there is basically working off of septics. And just like in Southern Kent Island, the same situation where these septic systems were failing, polluting the surrounding waterways, and not to mention the yards. And we're looking to take this same method we did at Kent Island and do it at Marling Farms and down Dominion Road to get them onto a treatment plant and remove that nitrogen and phosphorus that's going into all sorts of places. So, correct. All right, well.
Anybody from that area? There are no folks down Marlin Farms? No? Mr. Director, just, I don't know, early last week, I was just talking with somebody who lives down Marling Farms. I didn't know who they were. And he was just thrilled about what the county's going to do because his septic is failing. And he's claiming he can't get a new certificate to get a new one. Nor does he, I mean, he doesn't also want to spend thousands to build a new one,
Tens of thousands.
knowing that
Something's coming. Yeah.
knowing the cavalry's coming.
Yeah, when I lived in Queenstown before it connected to sewer, we had a failing septic system, and it's no fun.
Yeah.
Very good. Anything
Any other
else?
questions? Good.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Alan.
Alan, while you're here, Commissioners, we have one item, a public works agreement we can take care of now if you'd like to, if you want to convene quickly as the Sanitary Commission.
Motion to convene as sanitary?
Motion is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And this is under tab number 2, item 1, pages 1 through 5. This is a public works agreement in the town of Sudlersville for Fox Farms. And if you recall, On April 14th, the Sanitary Commission granted them 61,750 gallons of water and sewer allocation for their 247 dwelling unit subdivision within the town, and this is the PWA that stipulates the contract for that allocation for his project.
I move to execute the public works agreement with Fox Farm LLC to allow them to construct 171 single-family homes and 76 townhouses within the environs of the town of Sudlersville.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Just so people understand, because we've talked before about sewer capacity, getting capped, that's, the county sewer capacity is what's capped. That wastewater treatment plant is located on Ken Island. Each of the incorporated towns have their own, well, not each, but most of them have their own wastewater treatment plant. They have their own availability that's separate from what the county is. So Centerville, Sudlersville, Queenstown, they have their own planning and zoning, their own sewer treatment place that deals with it.
So when we had the gentleman here about this project for Sudlersville, we asked him if any of his properties would be affordable housing. And he said he said yes, he's looking into that. So be a good place to move up to Sudlersville.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So moved.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Okay, Commissioners, now we can move into the presentations for this evening. First up, if you want to turn to tab number 6, item 1, we have Mr. Warren Wright, Queen Anne's County Drug-Free Coalition Chairman, and his entourage here with him today. So, Warren, come on up. Welcome.
Hey, thank you, Commissioners. Tonight, we're here to welcome the 2026 QA County Commissioners Opioid Awareness Poster Contest and Drug-Free Student Ambassadors Recognition. So I guess they're going to come forward here in a minute.
All right.
Too old. Our opioid coordinator is Kelly.
Julie Killey, our opioid and education prevention coordinator, and this is for the opioid poster contest and ambassador program. So
At
please.
this time,
Yeah.
we would like to welcome Lynn Roy to join the poster contest winners. We would like to sincerely thank Lynn.
Come on up, Lynn.
Join the poster over there, and we're going to we'll make you come back in a minute. We would sincerely like to thank Lynn for her generous support, which made this year's opioid awareness poster contest possible. Lynn graciously donated all the prizes to be awarded this evening. Lynn continues to honor the memory of her late husband, Jim, whose kindness and generosity left a lasting mark in our community. Since the poster contest became an annual event in 2020, Jim faithfully supported by funding the contest because he believed deeply in encouraging young people, particularly their creativity, their leadership, and involvement in the community where they live. He believed in helping others grow and succeed and quietly work to make a difference where he could. Jim was a respected local businessman. He had did landscaping and tree work throughout the community. His work reflected him as a person. He was hardworking, dependable, humble, and he was committed to helping others. And one of the best and one of the original volunteers for the Queen Anne's County Drug-Free Coalition. Today, Lynn carries the same spirit through with continuing support for the opioid awareness poster contest and the community Jim cared so deeply about. In recognition of Jim's last influence, the Drug-Free Coalition and the Drug-Free Student Ambassadors are honored to dedicate a memorial sign beneath the newly planted tree out in the courtyard. The tree serves as a meaningful tribute to Jim's life, reflecting his lifelong care for trees, for growth in his community. Much like the work he carried out throughout his life, the sapling represents strength, resilience, and the importance of planting roots that will benefit others to come for years. The dedication will be officially done during QAC Goes Purple kickoff September the 12th, serving as a lasting tribute to Jim's commitment to the community. It stands as a quiet but powerful remembrance that when someone is gone, his kindness, service, and compassion that they shared with their community lives on in others. Thank you, Lynn, for helping carry Jim's legacy forward. I wanted to give this to Lynn. And Bruce, I wanted to show you guys the plaque.
Beautiful.
Can you get that, Bruce? Point it to the camera in the corner.
Oh, yeah, I see it now. Well, here we go. All right. Poster contest. Was Lynn sufficiently moved? Yes. QAC students in grades 6 through 12 were invited to participate in the countywide annual opioid awareness poster contest. Students were encouraged to create positive, impactful opioid prevention messages paired with meaningful images or creative expression. Through art and through messages, they help raise awareness about the dangers of opioid misuse, fentanyl, and addiction, the importance of making healthy and informed choices when you're younger. The goal of the contest was to raise awareness and through related issues through creativity in such a way that was engaging, relatable to kids, and impactful. The annual poster contest continues to provide young people throughout Queen Anne's County with an opportunity to use their voices, ideas, and creativity to make a positive impact. Conversations surround opioid prevention, substance misuse, awareness, and resilience and hope. The contest serves as a reminder that youth voices can play a powerful role in educating others, encouraging healthy choices, and engaging our community. The winning posters are enlarged, they are framed, and with the Commissioner's help, they were displayed in over 50 different businesses and schools throughout the Queen Anne's County. This year, we received 82 entrants. There were 7, 1 from each public school, high school, public school, high school, and middle school, along with 1 winner representing Queen Anne's County private schools and homeschool students. The middle school's winners have each earned a $300 Amazon gift card. High school winners were given the choice. They all went with the card. When your name is read, please take a step forward. Julie will do that.
Avery Kennard. Just step forward over there. Just 1 step more. There you go. Perfect. Lynn, you want to stand next to Avery?
You told we'd keep you busy, Lynn.
All right.
Hold it up.
Oh, not me.
Only if you're going to give me that Amazon card, if you hold that up. Okay. I just wanted to say I couldn't see the bottom of it from here.
Alani Deal. Winter Pettis.
Oh, there we go. Got him. Yeah.
You want to bring that one up? 9 attendants this evening is Gianna Koch, her homeschooled student.
Oh.
Then you want to stand next to them? Do you want to stand next to that? I'll take a picture. I'll stand next to her post.
Gotta have a picture. Didn't happen.
Brooklyn Phillips. And Owen Redding. Congratulations, everyone.
Good job. They can exit or find a seat or however they're more comfortable.
You guys, if you want to wait in the hallway, or you can. Great job, congratulations.
We're not finished with you yet, Lynn. The drug-free student ambassadors should be coming in even as we speak. Yes. My compadre just wanted to remind everybody that today, May the 12th, Jim's birthday.
Jim Roy's birthday.
And so I don't forget, well, we were just humbled by this, but it was a kid's idea. Julie got it through the channels. I didn't think it was possible. Jim Moran got into it, and so did Todd, and so that's what we're going to do, and thank you all very much.
Thank you for your support.
Okay, where are these children? Did they all go home? Really? That's an unusual thing. Okay, you guys, collectively, 26 students completed 853 hours of service between April 25 and April 26. These students played an essential role in amplifying the mission of the Queen Anne's County Drug-Free Coalition and QAC Goes Purple by contributing to numerous events and initiatives throughout the year. Though their dedication and service, prevention messages reached countless community members across Queen Anne's County, helping inspire awareness, action, resilience, and hope. Just want to briefly talk about some of the things they did and they've done historically. They participated in the Centerville Christmas Parade. I didn't walk it, but it's 2 miles. They handed gifts or candy to each student, and each piece had a drug-free message in it. They recorded public service announcements downstairs in our local access channel, and they got out of there a lot quicker than I would have because they took 1 or 2 takes most. Designing, updated, and maintaining prevention-themed storefront windows is still on display. Queenstown Outlet, just drive by there and you'll see it. And they update it every once in a while. Providing youth presentations to local school groups, and the thing about them and why they're so good is that the kids really love them and they have fun. Designed to manage a variety of hands-on activities at community events, and they supported the QAC Domino event in the elementary and the middle schools throughout the county. That is an interesting one. During the Domino event, students and staff collected boxes of cereal. Students created age-appropriate QAC Goes Purple messages that were attached to each box. Students built an impressive and a memorable large-scale domino display for each school's assembly before donating all the collected cereal boxes to Haven Industries to distribution to families who are in need. Through this project, students not only shared prevention messages, but they all supported families throughout the community, and they all saw firsthand what maybe your little contribution with a lot of other kids makes a really big gift to the communities. The following schools helped make a difference, and they collected just a meager 1,171 bottles of cereal, and they're not done yet. The project remains ongoing with Kennard Elementary School and SMS at Stevensville Middle School, I'm assuming. Yeah. Another example of young people coming together. This is the big one. The ambassadors are also designing and launching Splash Night, a team-based water gun competition for students in grades 5 through 12 that intertwines substance misuse, mental health awareness, and prevention messaging through a fast-paced and educational activity. Splash Night will take place on May the 23rd at the 4-H Park. They need lots of room, and we can still use some volunteers, by the way. Just contact my cohort here. All of the information about the event, along with the participant and volunteer registration, can be found at QAC Goes Purple Facebook and on the Instagram pages. The event would not be possible without the support of the commissioners. The Drug Free Coalition did almost nothing, the 4-H Park, and numerous volunteers. This evening, the ambassadors are also receiving certificates from the Queen Anne's County Commissioners in recognition for their service. Several students are also being recognized for specific accomplishments. As ambassadors, these students demonstrated remarkable leadership, commitment, raising awareness to the dangers of opioids and other substances, and promoting healthy, substance-free living among their peers in the community. Their dedication and personal growth and service is truly deserving of recognition, and that's why we're here tonight, and thank you for asking. Will the following students please step forward as your names are called? This is for May 25 through April 26.
Cadence Kanye. Cadence is in Stevensville Middle School, and she completed 17 hours of service. Madison Marshall. Madison is with Stevensville Middle School, completed 30 hours. Samuel Mora, Queen Anne's County High School, completed 37 hours. Jacob Carhart, Queen Anne's County High School, 39 hours completed. Riley Houghton, Ken Island High School, 61 hours of service. Chloe Kirchner, Queen Anne's County High School, 68 hours. Gianni Figliozzi, the Gunston School, 69 hours. Yeah, they're getting some. All right, we're going to move
Is that it?
Yep.
We have a special recognition as well for 100 or more hours of service this last year. Tonight, we are proud to honor 2 exceptional students who have contributed more than 100 hours between May and April. Will the following students please step forward?
Anaya Branford, 111 hours of service. Maggie Porciello, 115 hours of service.
These two, their dedication and passion and commitment to the mission of the Drug Free Student Ambassadors Program created a stronger, healthier, and a more connected community. They lead by example. The students consistently volunteered their time to support any of the initiatives, the community outreach, the youth leadership and awareness efforts throughout Queen Anne's County. We would like to sincerely thank both of them for their incredible service, leadership, and commitment. They are just the best. Your examples will inspire others to step forward and make a difference as you have. Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right. Maggie Porciello, please step forward. Okay, she has.
Okay, Maggie. That, you know why that is? That just Maggie P? Oh, that's why I'm confused. Yeah. Well, that's probably not the only reason. Finished her first year at Chesapeake College while completing 115 hours. Anaya is, yes, she is an 8th grader at Stevensville Middle School. She completed 111 hours of service. And she's the 8th grader that when we did those commercials, she got it in the first take. That seems incredible to me. These certificates are proudly presented in recognition of the exceptional dedication of the Queen Anne's County Drug Free Student Ambassadors from May 25 to April 26. Are they handing them? Today, they are also presenting each of you with purple paracord phone wristlets as a symbol of leadership, responsibility, and connection. Here's the best line of the night. A cell phone can be one of the most powerful tools a young person carries every day. It can be used to encourage someone to reach out for help, support a friend, share information, or positively impact others. Throughout their time as student ambassadors, these students use their voices and communication to spread awareness, support prevention efforts, and strengthen their community. The woven paracord represents strength, resilience, and bonds formed through service, and teamwork. Just as the paracord is designed to remain strong under pressure, these students demonstrated strength of character, leadership, and dedication throughout the service, and we cannot lay that on more thickly. We hope these wristlets serve not only as practical items they can carry every day, but also as reminders that the tools they hold in their hands, essentially their voice, their influence, and their ability to connect with others, can continue making a meaningful difference wherever life takes them. Okay. No, that was great, by the way. Core Ambassadors 2025-26.
Maggie Porciello, step forward. Anaya Branford, Gianni Figliozzi, and Chloe Kirchner.
All right. While 25 students supported the Queen Anne's County Drug-Free Student Ambassador Program for this last year, tonight we would like to give special recognition to a dedicated core group. These students continually stepped forward whenever help was needed and became individuals others could rely on, whether working behind the scenes, supporting outreach efforts, organizing events, or assisting whenever needed. They played an essential role in helping the program accomplish many of its largest goals and the most meaningful success throughout the year. Their leadership, teamwork, initiative, resilience, and willingness to serve strengthened the program and positively impacted the broader Queen Anne's County community. Tonight, we proudly recognize and thank those students for their outstanding dedication, leadership, and service.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, you guys can step back.
We have graduating students. Wow. Tonight, we would like to recognize and honor those remarkable group of students who dedicated time during their busy high school years to make a meaningful and lasting difference within Queen Anne's County. They go to school, they had a sport or an activity, and then they do the Drug-Free Coalition, the ambassadors. Through the service as the Drug-Free Student Ambassador, these young leaders chose to stand for something greater than themselves by promoting prevention, encouraging positive choices, and helping raise awareness about the dangers of substance abuse. With compassion, courage, and commitment, they became the voices of encouragement and the hope for their peers and for the community. As these students prepare to close one chapter and begin a new one, we want to celebrate not only their accomplishments, but also the lasting influence they have had on this program. As your name is called, you are already standing in line here.
Jacob Carhart, step forward, please. Jacob is a senior at Queen Anne's County High School, has completed 220 hours of service between 2022 and 2026. Gianni Figliozzi. Gianni is a senior at Gunston School, has completed 171 hours of service between 2024 and 2026. Samuel Mora. Samuel is a senior at Queen Anne's County High School. He has completed 164 service hours between 2022 and 2025.
Not able to attend tonight is Maggie Burton, a junior at QACTV. She completed 189 hours of service between 22 and 26. She leaves during her senior year to complete her journey at Clarkston University. Finn Costello, a senior at St. Mary's High School, has completed 47 service hours between 24 and 26. And Ariana Lewis, a senior at QACHS, has completed 20 hours. At this time, each of our graduating ambassadors is also being presented with a braided paracord bracelet in recognition of their service and leadership. Paracord is designed to be strong and dependable and withstand pressure, much like the leadership and the resilience of these students. The braided strands represent the many students, families, schools, and community members connected through the program and strengthened by working together. As they move forward into the next chapter, we hope these bracelets serve as a reminder of the impact that they have made and the help they have given and the strength that they carry with them in the future. To each of our graduating ambassadors, thank you for your time, your energy, and your compassion and the heart you poured out into this program. Your efforts strengthened our schools, supported our peers, and build a healthier and more informed community. As you continue the next chapters of your lives, we wish you each continued success, happiness, and purpose. Congratulations. Thank you for your service. We will and always remember that the impact you made here will not be forgotten. Is he done? Okay.
The purple rose, all right.
Can I skip this? Okay, tonight we proudly recognize those students, graduates, as recipients of the Purple Graduation Cord in honor of their dedication to leadership, service, and substance misuse prevention efforts within Queen Anne's County. Through their involvement, they help promote positive choices, strengthen their schools and their community, and serve as role models for the peers.
Jacob and Sam, can you step forward, please? You gave him to him already? Okay.
Special recognition?
You got the cords?
Yeah. I forgot.
Special recognitions.
Maggie Porciello, please step forward.
In my defense, it's always been Maggie P. Maggie is not only one of our founding members of the QAC Drug-Free Student Ambassadors Program, but she also chose to continue serving an additional year following high school. Between 22 and 26, she did an impressive 461 hours of service. She continually demonstrated extraordinary dedication, initiative, leadership. She leads by example and commitment to the mission of the program. For the past 2 years, Maggie served as the lead ambassador for the group, leading with compassion, professionalism, and purpose. Whether coordinating events, monitoring younger ambassadors, supporting prevention activities, or representing the program throughout the community, she consistently set the standard for leadership. Her passion for helping others and strengthening the community inspired those around her and playing an important role in the continued growth and success of the program. Tonight, we proudly recognize Maggie for her exceptional contribution, leadership, and unwavering dedication to help build a safer community. Maggie, thank you for your legacy you leave behind and the countless ways you made a meaningful difference. As you continue forward with your college journey, we wish you continued success, happiness, and opportunity to keep inspiring others through your leadership and service. I get a little tired because every time I am able to meet with the kids, Maggie is always there working. Sit down. Oh, things stay. Yeah, we're just about done. Partnership recognition. The ambassadors are fortunate to have the support of numerous organizations and community partners who contribute to the continued success of the program. Tonight, we are honored to publicly recognize several of the outstanding supporters. Without their support, the program wouldn't be able to deliver impactful events and initiatives that make a difference. Their continued encouragement, generosity, and belief in the mission of the students strengthened the program's reach and amplified its impact. We are deeply grateful for the partnership and shared commitment. Please help us recognize the Queen Anne's County Commissioners, Queen Anne's County Drug-Free Coalition, Queen Anne's County Public Schools, QACTV, the Queen Anne's County Sheriff's Office, and the Queenstown Premium Outlets. We would also like to recognize a new supporter for QAC Goes Free Student Ambassador Program who has chosen to remain anonymous. Through her generosity and creative craftsmanship, she handcrafted the meaningful paracord items that have been presented tonight. Each piece reflects not only time and talent, but a genuine belief in mission and impact for students continue to make throughout the community. Her kindness, creativity, and support serve as a powerful reminder of how community members can help encourage and inspire the next generation of leaders. And you will be happy to know that You guys deserved every bit of that recognition. And I just wanted to say that I hope the new tree becomes a wedding tree again. I saw several take place when I walked out of court on numerous occasions. I sometimes joined them. Scotty McGlashan was always there. He made it special for all the couples. Jim's spirit should be an inspiring and fitting presence for all of those occasions, a legacy of growth and giving. To the student ambassadors, I just have to say the highest compliment we give, or used to give when I worked for the Board of Education, was you make a difference, and you all make a difference. Our opioid coordinator, Miss Killy, one can only reference the term ball of fire, and a work ethic that no one else can match, and she makes it all happen. Lastly, none of this would happen without the continued support of the county commissioners, Queen Anne's County. Thank you all very much and for your patience.
Hold on.
Pictures with the commissioners.
Got one more.
Mr. Warren, would you like to stand up?
I
for a second?
would. In between,
Get the microphone there, Bruce.
So, this
Wait a minute,
is a proclamation by our United States Congressional Congressman, Congressman Andy Harris, loves you. And he just wanted to let you know how blessed we are to have you do everything that you do for our community, for our towns, for our farmers, for our watermen, for our kids, for everybody in this room. And I just want to say congratulations to you.
Hey, thank you so much, Commissioner Carter.
Good job to all the parents.
Yes, good job. Wonderful. Good to
Thank
see
you.
everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lynn.
Oh,
Thank you. No, that's
I
okay.
literally just ran out of. Seriously. Thank you. Jim Moran and Jim's birthday.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Oh,
no, not Jim Ryan, just Jim Roy.
I thought you said Jim Moran. No, I know you did. Jim, when's your birthday?
excuse me?
Birthday.
Jim?
December 26th.
Thank you. Ah, there now.
All right, good to see you.
Likewise.
Yes.
You will indeed. Why?
Thank you, Lynn.
Huh?
Oh, no, my birthday.
He thought they said that was your birthday today and Jim Roy's.
Oh, no. Just Jim Roy's.
Bruce, since you gave this to me, I'm only on page 10.
Bruce, turn
Can I
around.
have
Look,
some more
you-
time?
You definitely know how to clear a room. Look at that, man.
My personality,
It's
Mr.
all
Chairman.
good,
You
man.
know,
What's funny is you couldn't find a seat. Now you got your pick of them out there.
Got all of them.
I get nothing from you. Well, I did already. My plates, I still love them. I look at
There
them
you
every
go.
night. Look at them every night.
That's right.
And that's true love. True
Well,
love.
we may have a few more of them for you soon, so
No.
we'll make another trip over there.
That's right.
All right, Commissioners, our next presenter has a tough act to follow, but it is the Bruce Bariana with our 2026 legislative wrap-up. Mr. Bariana, please, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the Queen Anne's County Commission. For the record, Bruce Bariano, your registered lobbyist. First of all, I want to thank all of you individually and collectively for the continued honor, and I really mean it, of representing you as your lobbyist in Annapolis during the past legislative session and for the previous years. I have been very honored. I've enjoyed it immensely, and I just want you to know that. I don't take it for granted. I thank you very, very much. I gave you those books. I wanted you to have them. You may need them for reference or anything like that. If there's anything in there that you want to follow up with me on, or any material or any bills or any documents you want me to get as a result of any of that, please let me know. I'll be very glad to get that to you. I would like to just run through a couple of things generally, and be happy to answer any questions you may have. Not in any particular order of priority or what have you, because I think everything is important. Let me first talk about the judgeship bill. As you know, for the past couple of years, we've been trying to get legislatively created a second circuit court judgeship in Queen Anne's County. We were on the verge, and when I say we, I'm talking about your delegation. We had tremendous support in both the House Judiciary Committee and the Senate Judicial Proceedings Committee. The bill was ready to come out, and quite frankly, and I say this very politely, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Maryland requested that the other piece of legislation not be interfered with or changed or anything like that, and has promised that in the next legislative session, next year, that money would be funded and that a bill will go in to create that additional judgeship. I worked very, very closely, and you need to know this, very closely and cooperatively with your sheriff, your state's attorney, your clerk of court, your current circuit court judge. The case was made. It's very real. They know everything. For those of you that preceded me, you know that originally the court said to you, build a courthouse and we will give you another judge. You need one. You all did it at your expense, at your commitment. So Senator Hershey and I, and it's on my calendar, and you can ask very sincerely. I've been a dog with a bone on this issue because it is very, very greatly needed, and your state's attorney, your sheriff, your clerk of court made it very, very clear. Senator Hershey and I are going to have a meeting after the summer with the Chief Justice and finalize everything, get money in the budget. So in other words, when the legislature creates the additional judgeship next year, there will be money from the state side. I know there are expenses at the county level, but that which the state pays for will be done. And I am very, very confident and optimistic it will be done next year for certain. And primarily the leadership in the House and Senate Judiciary Committees are coming back. They saw the case was made, and it really was a question of the court system wanting to take a role and seem like they're doing it rather than making it a little awkward for them and everything. So I wanted to report that to you. We did make progress. We did make commitments, and I really expect it's going to happen next year. And you all know it's very needed. So that was on that bill. There was legislation in that I caught that would have taken away $500,000 from the money previously allocated for the detention center, for the regional detention center. And I went to your delegation and said, let's try to save some of that money. So we did change the language. We were able to save $100,000 of it to get started. I worked with Lamont Cook, with the award. Unfortunately, and I don't know why, it was last minute. And, God willing, we're all well and healthy. And I'm just, next year we can get it removed. The money was appropriated, the $100 million, the $100,000 to get started once again. They were going to take away $500,000 that had been previously appropriated. But they did add language saying that the $100,000 was contingent upon the county coming up with a match. And I don't know where that came out of. It was last minute. I was not able to stop that language, but I'm very hopeful we can get that language removed. Because previously, as you all know, the monies that had been appropriated for the regional and even for your detention center itself did not have any of that contingency. But the bottom line, and at least in my view, I'm not trying to exaggerate on it, is that it keeps the thing very much alive. It's a very important matter. I did not want to just have the $500,000 lost. I mean, I know you're proceeding on your own with your detention center, and I wanted to keep that issue before the legislature, and it is, and I think we can go forward not only in hopefully reversing that language, but further continuing the funding of a new detention center for the county. There was, as you know, there was a lot of testimony and a lot of publicity about the voter rights bill that was passed for local governments, requiring county governments to change their voting patterns to avoid any discrimination or inappropriate. And then the day after that, the Supreme Court came out with their case, which I know you're aware of. And the ruling of that case does come down to the counties and particularly the state through the 14th Amendment. As you all know, the 14th Amendment is a vehicle for federal rights to go to the local government. So I think personally, I think that Supreme Court case undercuts dramatically, if not completely negates that legislation passed. I know some of the other counties had a great concern about it. I know in particularly Caroline did, and I just wanted to report to you that's really in limbo, and I think the court case will really have quite an effect.
So does that mean that Congressional District 6 should be challenged? Because that's exactly what they did. They went into Germantown and took out they did it by race.
Yeah.
So
The Supreme Court ruling, which has not been applied yet or anything, it's as I read it, and I'm just one person, it makes clear that factor cannot be a factor at all in a redistricting or a form of government legislatively from that standpoint. So I know some of the other counties that I work with were more concerned about that issue, but I did want to just bring that to your attention. And the legislation did pass, the governor did sign it, but I think it's really impacted dramatically by that Supreme Court decision. A couple other things just quickly to bring to your attention. I know you have other things on the agenda. A bill was passed, House Bill 14, which requires County Board of Educations on a yearly basis, January 31st of every year, to issue a report to the superintendent of the State Board of Education on any bullying, harassment, or intimidation reports or collections or status relative to the school systems in all counties. So that passed, and that is a reporting each and every year. I think each of you received from me a breakdown in the big energy bill on the impact on data centers. I just wanted to bring that to your attention so you had that information to any extent to which, if at all, this county is particularly impacted by that, or there's any activity. I know some other counties are, but I wanted you to have it, and anything further you want on that. But I think the summary makes very clear the provisions really that relate to this. There was a bill in the House and Senate that would have mandated local government employees, public employees, collective bargaining. Those two bills were killed in the House and in the Senate. There were administration bills put in by the governor that would have dramatically impacted, I think, county zoning and land use authority relative to housing. Those bills had hearings. They just died immediately. I mean, they didn't even move. They never went anywhere. You should have received from me, and if you want any follow-up documents or information, sort of a final status of all the bills that I tracked. I probably tracked more bills than were necessary, but I'd rather err on the side of wherever I saw the word county, I wanted to, include it because it could potentially apply in that regard. Queen Anne's County's bill authorizing the use of revenues for development impact fees that did pass and has been signed by the governor. The two bills dealing with the roads and speeding and monitor did not get enacted. They did not get enacted. I worked very closely with your four legislators. I personally feel, and I'm not criticizing anyone else, but I personally feel that I've never seen for a number of years such a incredibly strong, unified working relationship between your senators and your delegates in dealing with the issues affecting the county. They really have things covered. Senator Hershey is highly regarded and respected across the aisle in the Senate, and has been very impactful with his delegation. And each of your delegates are ranking members on the committees that they sit in, so they're in the back room. They're involved in the decisions. There's just a greater representation than otherwise would be the case. One or two other items. Another bill passed, House Bill 1143, setting up a task force to modernize county and municipal revenue structures. That is due to a report on or about December 1. I'm going to follow that, and want to make sure you are aware of that. It was a very unusual legislative session, I would just say, in the sense that it was a legislative session, I'll be very brief, that started out immediately pitting legislators against each other, primarily in the House, on the redistricting issue. Usually any tension or awkwardness or emotions develop later on in the session as bills and issues develop and everything. But here you had, for about 4 or 5 days, some very severe clashes in the House of Delegates relative to the redistricting issue, which did somewhat spill over to the Senate. I mean, not formally, there was no debate, no discussion, but it really started the legislature off in a very different mood and atmosphere, mentally and just emotionally, of the legislators with each other, and unfortunately it continued and had an impact on the legislative session.
You don't see him calling a special session?
Not at all. Not at all. Absolutely not.
He's going to reintroduce it
not
in January?
Not at all. Yeah, I mean, it's...
Special session had to be called by the 11th. If it wasn't called by the 11th, it couldn't happen. So,
is redistricting going to be consuming a lot of time in January, this coming January?
I don't know, but it would not surprise me. It really would depend if, and I'm not trying to get overly political, I mean, if the Democrats do take over the House or the Senate or both or one, I mean, the issue probably would go away. I think, I know the presiding officer in the Senate has a very, very real race on his hands. He's very unified. The senators have been very unified in their view on it. I'm speaking personally now. I think the opinion by the Virginia Supreme Court really just didn't surprise me at all, because I personally think that had the legislature passed anything that our state's Supreme Court, and this is just my views, would have overturned it, and it would have affected everyone's elections, including your own, from the standpoint of filing deadlines and what have you. So
and they did that previously anyhow. So
excuse me,
they already did that 4 years ago.
Yeah. So but I mean, I do not know. I really hope the legislature will move on to the substantive issues that are very important to the people and the public. And I mean, from a personal standpoint, and maybe I should just not say these things, I think that the issue also, to me, shows a lack of real respect for the Eastern Shore.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the state of Maryland is American miniature. I think our beauty and our strength, and I love living in this state, is the diversity of it. Geographically, way of thinking, the way of life. I mean, it is American miniature, and I think there needs to be a respect and recognition, and it's just my own personal views of all parts of the state of Maryland. And the Eastern Shore, yes, it's very different than than Western Maryland, than the central part of Maryland. That's the strength and the beauty of the state of Maryland. And I just wish it would be more respected and recognized that we are all Marylanders and should not be so divisive from that standpoint. Be happy to answer any questions you may not. Yeah, you may have. I know you have other things on your agenda. I love working with you all. I really do. I will be at Mako. I would appreciate if you could let me know when your DOT meeting is. I'd be glad to be there to sit and participate. I'm full throttle till December.
Sweet.
So I had a Zoom with MDH yesterday, again. And I brought up I didn't have to bring up, because this is their job, about the suicides we've had, and that we've been trying to build a crisis center or a PHP, partial hospitalization. We have a $5 million grant, and we're going to lose it within a few months if we don't get matching from funds from the state. So we need it, based upon USDA rules, you have to have a 25% matching fund. And I brought it up, and they blew me off again. So I've personally talked to the Deputy Secretary at least twice, and so did Senator Hershey, so did Delegate Christ. So this isn't just this commission, it's, you just said it.
I will follow up with them.
You just said it. It's about respect. And, the Eastern Shore does not get the respect that we should. And this is kind of a prime example. This partial hospitalization will be for all of Maryland's kids that are having suicidal ideations, not just for Queen Anne's County.
Right.
We're actually in with 4 other counties with it. So I don't even know what to say about it, except we need your help.
I will follow up with Senator Hershey and Delegate Christ, because if there is a grant program in Department of Health,
Yes,
and there's a time
it's called
frame
the
that we
Rural
have to act on it.
Mr. Bruce, it's called the Rural Health Transformation, and there's $168 million in it. It's just for rural health. It's over $1 billion, and our share is $168 million. And we'll get it again next year, assuming, unless the House flips over and they cut it off. So the money's there. It's just a matter of MDH realizing that this could benefit the whole state, and it can, and it will, and it should. This is not a big ask.
I will follow up.
Paltry 1.2, and then we also need operational of 1.5 to 2.
I will follow up. I will.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
Good to go.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Good to
Bruce.
see you.
Thank you,
Good to see you again. And
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you, Bruce, and please pick up a couple of Queen Anne's County bags. I think you need a new,
Right outside the door.
right outside the door on
I
the
will
table.
do
Please,
that. I will do
please,
that. And
take several.
Enjoy
You have
your
to-
night reading.
You have to sign it out, though.
Really, it's been a tremendous pleasure.
Good to see you,
sir.
Bruce.
I'll
All
see
right.
you at Mako
Thank you so much.
Center.
Yeah.
Don't forget the tallest crabs, please. Tallest crab feast, please.
All right, commissioners. That is all the presentations we had this evening. So we have 2 additional action items. So commissioners, if you want to turn to tab 3. Action items, tab 3, item 1, pages 1 through 4. We have the Maryland Department of Information Technology annual payment. And this is a request to authorize approval for payment on the county's existing contract with the Maryland Department of Information and Technology, otherwise known as DOIT. This covers the costing for Network Maryland services through or for fiscal 26, which provides our county core internet services, including standard web access and our telephone and 911 dispatch communication capabilities. So the fee is $112,209 for the period July 25 through June 2026. So
I move
need
to
your authorization.
authorize the county administrator to approve the annual payment of $112,207 to the Maryland Department of Information Technology for services for the period of July 2025 through June 2026.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Brian, any thoughts you want to add to this? You've been sitting here waiting, so why not, right? Come on up.
Honestly, there really is not a choice in this. This is just being brought to your attention because of the costing, the procurement policy, being over the 100,000, having tied to the signature. Really, what this covers is just like at home, whether you all have BreezeLine or Talkie or whoever, Maryland Do It, which is the Department of Information and Technology, is our ISP. So this is paying for the circuit, it's paying for our annual service, and it's also paying for all the fiber that we run all that on. And unlike some of the other vendors, they actually charge us after the fact. So we're paying for what we've already used. That's why from 25 to 26. So if we were to say, no, we're not going to pay this, we would very quickly be using pens and papers and no longer using emails because we just wouldn't have the data connection that we need. So again, it's just time to pay the annual bill.
Kind of interesting that they backdate, right? It's interesting.
Yeah, because a lot of places now, you pay up front.
Right.
As opposed to, so that way if you default, they're not losing anything. So.
Pay before you eat.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So moved. 4-0. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Commissioners.
gentlemen.
Thank you, Brian. Yep. Thanks for your patience this evening. Yeah, appreciate that.
So you had to wait all this time for that.
I had to make sure that Bruce was doing the job.
There you go. We're looking out for him.
All right. Action item number 2, page 5, budget amendment CC10. This is a CDBG critical workforce loan amendment to increase the budget authority for the critical workforce loans for FY26, as well as increasing the number of loans that are made available to first-time home buyers in FY26. This is funded with available fund balance in Funds 712 CDBG critical workforce loans, and it's for $150,000. And Director Clark's here if you have any questions about the.
I move to approve budget amendment CC10, the CDBG critical workforce loan.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
You want to add anything?
Okay. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Where's it? There is no press and public comment.
Commissioners, that's all we had this evening. Yep.
Go right to the round table. Jack, how about you first?
I'll go that in.
All right, Patrick, you
I may
first.
not have anything, so.
Me neither. Nothing?
Oh, I got a lot to say.
Okay then.
I would just say to my opponent, stop lying about me.
Okay. Is that it? There you go. Now you want to go?
Sure. So, you're gonna do the moratorium, or you me to do it?
Do what?
The moratorium? Bring up the moratorium?
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Todd, for the next meeting, if we can, I'd like to get a resolution to put a moratorium in effect for a data center study. Most counties in the state have gone down that rabbit hole. You just heard Bruce talk about the legislation that came out of the state. So I want to get in line because we have a lot of transmission lines, and I don't want us to be the landing spot in between until we have a good look at it. I've talked to Amy and Stephanie over at Planning and Zoning. So if we could have that drawn up and ready to get out next meeting, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
That's all I got.
We'll get it prepared. Thank you.
Great one.
Yeah, so I just want to touch on, there's a, like I say, it's a rumor, but misinformation going around about the commissioner's compensation structure and health insurance. At first, just as a matter of law, like it or not, the commissioners are responsible for setting commissioner compensation. I wish it wasn't that way. I think it's what we all think is probably the least likable thing about the job. But we set commissioners' compensation. We have to do it for the boards and commissions as well. Got to do it for the Board of Education. That's just one of our responsibilities. And so and it's important because these jobs are not easy, but they're also really important. We have, within another few years, literally will be a $250 million a year budget for this county, right? We're not the Oyster Shell Road, no parks, no ambulances county that we were when I moved here. It has changed. We have miles and miles more of road that we have to handle. We run an airport, we run 911, literal life and death things that have to be done. And a few years back, the Board of Education had a problem. They lost like $5 million one year, right? That was like 5% of their budget. Imagine if the commissioners screwed up 5%, right? That would be over $12 million, right? Just a 1% screw up on the commissioners is $2 million. It's important to have people who are qualified in these positions. And I get when people say public service, it would be really awesome if everybody wanted to just go and do public service. Folks, it does not happen. We can't even fill a PTA slot at the high school, right? People don't volunteer like they used to, right? So say what you will about the fairy tale world that you want to live in where it's great that everybody volunteers. It does not happen. We have boards and commissions that we can't fill because people don't volunteer, right? The county commissioner job is no different, but the stakes are a lot higher. What have we not done? We have not created compensation for the commissioners that's like what you're going to see across the bridge, where if you go to some counties and there are six-figure salaries and they each have like 2 assistants. We don't do that. We do most of our own work, but just in comparables, right? So the county commissioners in Queen Anne's County, $25,000. It's a 24/7 job. It's not a part-time job, but even if it was just 40 hours a week, that would be 20% less than minimum wage, right? If you look at other commissioner forms of government, Calvert, Charles, St. Mary's, Carroll County, you got a range of between 45 to 52,000, right? Double what we have. 2 of our neighboring counties just increase by anywhere from 50 to 100%. We're trying to keep it low, but one thing that was done the last board was maybe we can use the vesting period for the health insurance as a perk. It is a lot less of a fiscal note to the county than increasing the salary. The other benefit is you have to get hired, do the job, and get hired and do the job again, right? But what we did today is we had some, and also when that was done, it was done at a public meeting. It was a public vote. So people who tells you that there's some backdoor stuff, first of all, any vote that's done behind closed doors in secret is not legally enforceable. So when somebody tells you that there was some behind the scenes vote that was done and made new law, just slap them in the back of the head because they're stupid and they need to have their system worked up, right? It does not happen. So it was a public vote that was done, the last Board of Commissioners, which was 4 of us, just, be fair. We have now did get some recent public input on that, and people suggested, well, maybe a 3-term vesting makes a little bit more sense. It's a little more consistent with what some other jurisdictions did. So we changed that earlier today. It's now a 3-term vote. But for those who say you're sort of giving yourself something, Phil, who's not here, Phil doesn't even have health insurance in the county, so he's certainly to give himself in. Jim's got years of military service on top of his county service, so he's already qualified. I mean, Jack, after next term, would have qualified under the old policy. So no one is like giving themselves something 8 years and then hitting the showers and saying, call it a day.
And it doesn't cost the county a dime until we actually aren't in office.
It's not. I mean, if you don't think we should have it, just put everybody back to work. I guess that's one way to say it. So there's a lot of thought that goes into when you're doing it. We wish we didn't have to make that vote. Other elected officials are lucky because we have to do their salaries. We have to set things like the sheriff and the state's attorney is set by the House of Delegates. Unfortunately, that's one of the obligations that we have, and we tried to do something that was fiscally responsible and actually is a lot less than what other commissioner forms of government are doing in the county.
And to add to that, just to make sure everybody understands, we can never vote ourselves a raise anyway.
Correct.
Any raise.
When you do the vote, it never goes into effect until the next
Board of
term.
Commissioners.
You can't give yourself anything. The law doesn't allow it.
State law doesn't allow it.
State law doesn't. And just as you can't increase during a term, you also can't take away during a term. That's in the Constitution. So that's one of the things of the form of government that we have. That's some of the obligations. And unfortunately, when we see the most input from the public on not liking something, it's because there's a lack of knowledge on what the law says and what can and can't be done. So I just want to sort of let people know that that's the law. And you can also reach out to us with any issues you have. I hear about, just to sort of tangentially about sort of public input, lots of complaints about overdevelopment. And we had a hearing a few weeks ago about the most comprehensive change to the phasing of development in this county. And I put it out to social media. I know other people put it out on social media and say, reach out to the commissioners and tell us what you think. And zero people have reached out to us about this. It is like exactly what you say you claim you want. If you want less development, you should write in and give us your thoughts on it. It is literally the most restrictive that it has ever been because of the limitations that we have in sewer capacity. If that's something you're in favor of, reach out to the commissioners. Let us know. That's my soapbox moment. I just, the information is out there. Everything is public. If you feel like you don't know what's in our budget, next week we have 3 budget hearings. It turns out it's a surprise for some people. We do that every single year that I've been a commissioner, and well before we were a commissioner. I used to attend them before I was a commissioner. If you have any details about what's in the budget, we have a whole webpage, the budget, the line items this year, last year, the year before that, probably going back more than a decade. So there's lots of information out there on the website. Just type in Queen Anne's County budget and you'll get it. The information's out there. If you choose to read it or not, that's on you.
There we go. There we go.
I had all that built up from not being here.
I'm telling you.
That was like 10 rounds.
Gotta get out that information.
I was going to have Bruce have to stand in front of you with the mic and just for you to sit down and tell him to sit down and be quiet. Very good, very good. Well, I don't have much to say except for Bruce, Beth, and I did an outstanding podcast, and I'm hoping we're going to be able to watch it come Monday afternoon. So we'll see.
And for those who don't, Bruce and Beth have put together a series of podcasts it's going to have commissioners on it. Yeah. It's going to have other community leaders. It's going to have different directors from the county explaining the different things that the county has done and what's in the future. Right. As another way of getting more information out there. And kudos to Beth and Bruce for what they're putting together, because they're trying to sort of meet with the new trends in how media is getting out there and more ways to get information out. And I thought your interview was great. A lot of information and background of the county that I didn't even know from before my time as a commissioner.
Actually, I had a blast. They were great to work with.
Yes.
And we all got a cup too.
Yeah, really nice.
We are part of the club now.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Anybody else got anything else?
That's it.
All righty.
Motion to
Tom,
adjourn.
actually,
Oh.
would one of you explain for our viewers the moratorium and the capacity that is left? Meaning the 50,000, and with the rewrite, we get another 100,000 with
300,000.
Go ahead, explain it.
So the sewer capacity for Queen Anne's County, not for the incorporated towns, they have their own wastewater treatment plant. Queen Anne's County has one wastewater treatment plant. It's on Kent Island. It's right next to where the tourists like to go swimming, right, at Terrapin Beach. If you live here, go to Mattapique, let the tourists use Terrapin.
At the outfall.
And that's where the outfall is for our sewer. Don't put your kids in there. I'm just kidding. It's perfectly fine to go swimming.
Yeah, you can drink it.
I wouldn't, but you could. So that treats the sewer from Kent Island all the way up to 5301 split, basically, right? Except Queenstown has its own.
To Graysonville. It's
Right.
Graysonville.
So it's in Graysonville, right? It's Prospect Bay used to have its own wastewater treatment plant. That didn't work out so well. They had to be brought into the county system. So anyway, a while back, the EPA came up with limits on your discharge of what you could discharge out of your outfall. And Queen Anne's County is getting close to that capacity. In other jurisdictions, there's other things you can do. You can do deep well injections and such. We don't have geologically where we are. Those options don't exist. So anyway, because we're so efficient with our wastewater treatment plant, we had a re-rating. That's where we got the extra 300 MGDs.
But we started with 3 million.
Right, we
It
started
was
with
rated for 3 million gallons per day. And I think we're right now using 2 million, probably 2,900,000 or 750, somewhere in there. And the re-rating got us another 300,000. So we probably got closer to 400,000 gallons that we can use, but some of it's already been allotted to Marling Farms, commercial projects, and then some for residential, so.
And when it's gone,
Yeah, I think
there's no more unless there's some new technology
I think
breakthrough.
our existing unallocated is 150,000 gallons per day right now.
Exactly.
So,
We had 50. This is,
Well, no, we
it's
have-
in writing. It's according to Stephen.
right, 150 is where we sit today.
This is non-commercial. I'm talking residential.
Oh.
We had 50,000, which was about 200 homes. We got the rewrite. We got another 100,000. And then another 100,000 or so for commercial, but I'm talking just residential. So you're right. We have about 150,000, which amounts to about 600 homes for the foreseeable future. So essentially, we have 30 to 40 homes per year on all of Kent Island, all of Braconville, essentially to
New
Queenstown.
development homes,
Yes, sir.
not in fall. So just so people understand,
Yes,
like,
sir.
if you're in Carolina Estates, there's already allocations in
Yeah,
place
yeah,
for
yeah.
those lots that are to be developed, but yes, new,
Yeah,
right.
and Marlin Farms is getting 125,000 gallons per day. So that's it. 30 to 40 houses, according to the moratorium with Stephen, that you get, that anybody can get per year, which means a big developer is not going to come in and say, I'll take those 40 houses per month, per year. That's not the way it's going to work. So,
First off, we haven't decided how it's going to work. So the committee hasn't completed their report, and we haven't reviewed it, and we haven't made any decisions on it.
So
understand.
that's a
But
proposal.
one developer's not going to get all 40 houses.
Well, it's, part of it is you got to remember, so whatever 5 people sit up here, this is the importance. Whatever 5 people sit up here are going to decide that. And there's 2 ways you can go. You can give one developer all 600, or you can be responsible and spread it out over 15 years so that everybody gets it. Or technology could change. There's a lot that can go into it, but the buck stops with the 5 people up here. And that's why it was so important to do this moratorium, look at all make a fact-based decision, because for years, nothing against those who've come before us and everything else, but if you look at, some of the communities that were platted on Kent Island, they would never even happen today. I mean, Kent Island Estates, Cloverdale Fields, none of those could even happen in today's world. So, what we're doing now is, to Chris's point, he's made, this is going to be the most consequential decision made for development in Queen Anne's County, in the history of Queen Anne's County. I mean, because this could be the finite end of the development on Kent Island. That's how important this is and how you allocate it.
But remember what that means. 'Cause for those who say,
Jim made
great,
the point earlier.
so great, I don't want any more development. So we have a high demand for housing, and your supply is going to get smaller and smaller. So that means people with money are going to come in and they're going to bid up the values of the existing housing, and you're going to see rancher homes that are on Kent Island are going to get bought, they're going to get knocked down, and they're going to put up a McMansion. And then if you've lived here for 30, 40 years, your property value is going to go up because all the other houses are being bid on. And that means your property taxes are going to go up because the state's going to assess you as much. There's the market forces have cause and effect. So just, if you're super excited about it, just remember, it's going to be difficult I got a daughter going off to college, and when she comes back, they're probably not going to be houses they can afford at that age.
Well, in our liaison meeting earlier with the Board of Ed, it was Jim brought the point up, and it was a great point, is, you got to have growth. When you're growing the board's budget by $12 million a year, where does that come from every year if you're not adding new taxpayers? There's only one other way. You got to tax the existing taxpayers. So those that don't want to see their taxes raised, if you have no growth, your taxes are eventually going to get raised. It's just the way it works because,
Right.
again, mandated costs coming to us, and we don't know how many more state costs are going to get shifted over the next couple sessions because we know they're going to be in dire straits. Where does that come from? It's got to come from somewhere because
Unless you got some fairy dust you could sprinkle around, right, Jim? I mean,
We haven't found that yet.
haven't found it.
But yeah, so it's important, but it's, you can do it. There's going to be growth in the towns.
Yep.
We already know that, so it can balance itself out, but it's a big decision.
But that's their decision, the towns, not ours.
In the towns?
Well, we control the water and sewer in the towns though still, but you're right. They have to decide that they want to annex properties and they want to take on that responsibility and, so yeah, you're right.
But that's the egg and the chicken, because then you talk about your schools and everything else.
Right,
too.
and that's where we get into a whole nother
Right.
conversation. Exactly, yeah.
So every decision you make has like 2 or 3, 4 consequences to it.
A lot of tentacles out
And
there.
there's a lot of tentacles. And that's why I was saying earlier about why the decisions that get made from commissioners, it's a lot more complicated than you realize. There's a lot of laws that we have no control over. And then there's the laws of economics and physics that
Yeah,
they don't care what we think.
very true.
Very good.
On that depressing news,
Motion to adjourn.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.